Hello guys, this is Bobby and you are watching your favorite channel, Birds Lover. In this video we will discuss about what is the difference between lovebirds male and female. Sometimes you can very easily identify the difference. Some breeds of lovebirds are sexually dimorphic, meaning that the males and females have obvious differences in their physical characteristics. In Madagascar lovebirds, for instance, a male has a gray head and neck while the female is completely green, no gray markings at all. Another example is the red-faced lovebird. The males of this type are the ones with the red faces, while the females' faces tend to be more orange than red. Male red-faced lovebirds have light blue on their hind ends and have black flight wings. Sometimes you can't identify. Some types of lovebirds look exactly alike, male and female. Lovebirds like the masked lovebird, the peach-faced lovebird, and Fischer's lovebird are nearly impossible to tell one gender from the other. The vet can help to identify. If you have a pair of identical lovebirds, your vet can help figure out if you have one of each or a truly matched single gender set. The easiest and least stressful way to determine the gender of a lovebird is through a blood test. Your vet will take a small sample of blood from your birds and send them to a lab for DNA testing that determine which chromosomes are present. Another way is for your avian vet to do a surgical examination of your bird's reproductive system. Since birds' sex organs are inside their body, the vet will have to anesthetize your birds and make an incision to insert an optical fiber to take a look inside. Clues to identify. Maybe you're simply curious about the genders of your lovebirds and it really doesn't matter to you what they are. If that is the case, there's no need to traumatize your birds with a surgical procedure or take blood from them to test their DNA. You can always look at telltale physical characteristics and behavior to make a guess. In many monomorphic birds, the females are just a bit larger than the males, and sometimes the females' beaks are larger. A clue you can't miss is that females are the only ones who lay eggs. They also are more aggressive and territorial. Female lovebirds will chew up nesting material like paper and stash it in the feathers near the derriere to carry to the nesting site. Some males chew up nesting material, but they don't tuck it away in their feathers. Working methods to learn about lovebirds' male and female difference. Blood test, DNA test. DNA bird sexing testing is a technique used by laboratories to determine if a lovebird is male or female. The test is performed by detecting the presence of different sex chromosomes in a bird's DNA sample, be it a bloodstain or a normal wing. Pelvic bones examine. You can examine your lovebird parrot for male-female differences only if you are an experienced bird owner. This method is pretty simple and takes only a few moments. However, if you are inexperienced with this method, it can harm your bird, and if not done properly, it can even die. Therefore, we cannot recommend this method to have sex with your beloved birds. What you have to do is just hold your parrot in one hand, like the head between the index and middle finger, and the back side of the parrot on your hand. Now check the pelvic bones by touching the parrot with your finger and feel how much closer or wider these bones are. Also, feel how sharp or softened the edges of these bones are. If the bones are closer and sharp, then this parrot is male. And if the pelvic bones are wider and softened, then this parrot is female. Remember one mistake usually people repeat. Do not test your parrot's pelvic bones if it is not an adult and not ready for breeding. Most of the time male parrots' pelvic bones look wider and softened because of the early age text. Methods that also helpful about lovebirds' male and female difference. Physical signs. Physical signs are another way to check the gender of lovebirds, either male or female. In this method we examine the size and colors of lovebirds. We check the size of different things of lovebird parrots. Length of lovebird parrots, ring circle of their eyes, head size of lovebird parrots, colors of lovebird parrots, and beak size of lovebird parrots are examined to identify differences between lovebird parrots male and female. These signals can help you a little bit, so we suggest you avoid this method. Examine while nest building. In this method we examine the activities of the lovebird parrots. Usually parrots start building their nest when they are ready to breed. They start collecting straw from different places and put them in their box in a special shape to build a nest. This is a symbol that your bird is ready for breeding. One male and one female lovebird parrot use this box for breeding. This method indicates that your parrots are completely ready for breeding. Easiest way to learn lovebirds' male and female difference. Examine while pair bonding. When you have so many lovebird parrots, like 10 to 15 or 20 or maybe any figure, and you want to make pairs of them, but you don't know how to identify the male-female difference, then a very unique and easy method we are going to share with you. Assume you have two lovebird parrots. Same color, same design, same size, and you are not an expert but want to learn. Put some different color paint on their head or feet, like red for male and green for female. Then, put both of them in separate cage. Hang a breeding box and a roll of straw. Come back after a few hours and analyze which parrots start nesting. Mostly females start early, and in some cases both start. Remember, females also sit in a special way, like open their both wings, lift up their tail, little bend their legs, and looks here and there, which means she is inviting male parrot to meet her. Let's suppose you have 20 parrots and you don't know lovebird male-female difference, but you want to make their pairs. Put all the parrots in a big cage and hang around 10 to 12 breeding boxes in that cage. Put the big roll of straw in the cage so each pair collects and builds their nest in their selected box. After a few days, like 3 to 4 days, all the straw will vanish from the cage and each male-female parrot makes parrot cell. After building nests, parrots usually stay in the box for the maximum time. Now cover the whole of the box and hang it in a different cage, and do this with all boxes that have pairs inside. This method also helps you to identify the male-female pair of the many parrot. If you want to watch more videos related to your birds, you can write down in a comment. I will try to make a video on that topic. That was the video for today. I hope you will like it. If you like it, please subscribe our channel. Hit on a like button and try to support my channel by sharing this video with your friends. See you in the next video. Until that, take care of yourself and your birds. Love you all. Bye bye.